The world's best companies don't just set up offices abroad, they build something more deliberate, a place where real work happens, real talent leads, and where transformation is deeply integrated with the company's core mission. Welcome to Great Global Centers, a series where we get an inside look at some of the world's most iconic companies building right here from India. Today on the docket, we have Fidelity National Financial. With roots tracing back to 1847, Fidelity National Financials is America's largest title insurance company, the institution behind the transactions that move property and capital across the United States. Every home purchase, every commercial real estate deal, every mortgage, FNF is in the background, ensuring the transfer holds. Building a center that meets the standards of one of America's most dependent industries takes care and intention. What they built from here is their story to tell.
Hi, I'm George Adasu. I'm the MD and country head for Fidelity National Financial India. We are a GCC that's been in India since 2005. We are in the specialty insurance space. Fidelity National Financial has over 32% of the market share in the US. We work with pretty much 9 out of the 10 banks in the US. And so when we came to India in 2005, we started a journey with fairly small operations that we had, and over the last 20 years has grown substantially to cross over 5,000 people today. Again, from the services that we offer, we do the length and breadth of everything within the domain, which is title insurance. But outside of that, we also do a significant amount of work within, say, tech and as well as in cybersecurity. So I've had a fairly interesting 20 years. I've been with this company from the inception. But the good part is that a year went by and then we continued to grow, and then we crossed 100, and then 3-4 years later we crossed 1,000. Another 3-4 years later we crossed 2,000, and then in the last 2-3 years we've grown to 5,000 people. So my journey has been almost as the company grew, I kept getting bigger and larger roles to play. So we've had a very interesting journey in that the mandate initially was not tech. Most organizations start with tech. We didn't start with tech. We actually started with business. And unlike a lot of the other GCCs, again, we didn't start with horizontal functions, your HR, your accounts payable, finance functions. We actually got into underwriting and the deep domain aspects of what we do from an insurance standpoint. And so the first 5 years was time that we spent basically building out capability within our own organization into domain. And then once that was done, then we moved into tech. Then once that tech was done, we moved into cybersecurity. And subsequently, one of the things that we did as an organization was that a lot of the GCCs are set up where they're set up as a cost center. Whereas Fidelity was set up as a profit center, not as we started off, but 2-3 years into the journey, we ran it as a profit center. And so when you run it as a profit center, the difference that you find is that managers have a lot more say in what happens on the ground. So we've had a pretty interesting last couple of years. So I think it was 2017 when we first started off with our machine learning ML models that we started putting in place to try and see what we could do to improve efficiencies. And over 5 years, we went from initial quality of these ML models used to be about 30%. And over 5 years, we got to about 80%. And the first pass result that we got with LLMs was 10 percentage points better than what we had seen with ML. And I couldn't believe my eyes, because to be honest, if we got 50% as the output and the quality, I would have been happy with that. And here we are, the first pass with no pre and post processing, we were getting 90%. 2026 is the year that we're going to have essentially the entire leadership team focused on driving change, but using Gen AI and LLM based solutions. And of course, some component of that will also be Agentic AI that we're going to be using. And so it's been part of our DNA in that because we run it as a profit center, you do have the ability to make the right kind of decisions when new technology comes in to even test the waters out.
FNF has spent over 175 years making real estate transactions work quietly, reliably, and at enormous scale. FNF India is a part of that engine, building technology and processes that carry weight in one of the most trust-dependent industries in the world. This is what great global work looks like: precise, essential, and built to last.